Hello, everybody. Hope your day has been going well so far. So, like I said, I'm going to be doing another Gunpla stream today, and that is, the Gaia Gundam from Gundam Seed Destiny. Not exactly the greatest of seasons, but hey, if there's one thing Seed and all of its derivatives have going for it, it's the mobile suit designs. And the Gaia is no exception. I actually kind of like it. It also transforms into a dog, more or less. So that's fun. I mean, you kind of, sort of see on the back. So we're just gonna get into it. Obviously. This might be a shorter one today, just because it is an older kit. This is from 2005. And they were kind of pumping out the seed kits almost as quickly as they could. So, yeah, I mean, I got a grand total of 4 actual runners, and my polycaps, which I think are the same polycaps they've been using. Wow. This thing is, got the date on it is 1999. So this isn't even new. This is old for this kit. That's not a surprise. Polycaps are polycaps. They do exactly what they need to do. They're joints. They're there for, you know, for things to plug into them and whatnot. So this one will probably go fairly quick. Though the sticker sheet does kind of worry me. That's a lot of stickers. I could not find a PNG of the Gaia Gundam, so, well, we gotta deal with the JPEG down here. Nothing I can do. And I wasn't gonna take the time in not Photoshop to cut just the mobile suit out. So to like, make my own PNG. Nuh-uh. That wasn't happening. I'm not putting that much effort into this. But at least you can get an idea of what the mobile suit looks like as I'm building it. Just its mobile suit form, not the dog form. So I didn't want to have to constantly switch between the two. Okay. So I will start, and then start giving my, you know, series explanation of things. Okay. So, this will also be partially a backstory for Seed in general, just to, like, kind of get to the point where the Gaia comes in. So, in the Seed universe, which is known as the Cosmic Era, you have the humans on Earth doing their thing, and then up in space, for the most part, inside colonies, are people called coordinators. Those are humans that were genetically modified while they were in the womb to make them supposedly better. I mean, a lot of the times it's just, I want my child to have blue eyes and blonde hair and, you know, kind of maybe have a little extra muscle mass, shit like that. Or maybe really good singing vocal cords. Things like that. Started off sorta harmless enough, and then it kind of evolved into a very much a we're better than you, so we should rule kind of thing. So that was yeah, that was kind of like the central thing of Seed's conflict there, was just everyone killing each other because they think they're the superior beings. But also, in the Seed universe, everybody's an asshole. I'll tell you that right now. Everyone's an asshole in the Gundam Seed universe. Doesn't matter what side you're on, there's always a prick with a stick up his ass. So, the good old coordinators up in space developed a fancy new weapon. Mobile suits. They made them. At the time, they were the only ones to make them, and coordinators were the only ones that could pilot them because, for some reason or another, a regular person just couldn't use the controls well. They couldn't figure out how to work it. I don't know. It was like it was too complicated for someone with an unaltered brain to use. And the best Earth had up in space was basically, yeah, we more or less got space fighter jet. And, well, despite Earth having many, many, many more people flying these things compared to the amount of mobile suits on the coordinator side, one mobile suit was essentially worth 4 of these jets, if not more. They were just better. They're picking them off one by one, so, well, Earth kind of panicked. They then kind of went into a secret deal with a neutral nation on Earth that's also in space. It's made up of regular people and coordinators. They're supposed to be a totally neutral, pacifist nation, but they decided they're going to enter this partnership with the Earth Federation and help design mobile suits for them to help turn the tide of this war that was encroaching on them. And that led to the first 5 Gundams in Gundam Seed. We had the Duel, Buster, Strike, Blitz, and Aegis. Yeah, the coordinators got word of that pretty quickly and managed to steal 4 of the 5 of them. And then that just accelerated the arms race between everyone in space and everyone on Earth. Whether it was making their own Gundams or using data from those Gundams to upgrade their mainstay mobile suit armies. So, in the end, they managed to have a bit of a kind of a temporary peace for a little while. After a very, very horrifying war. Things are settling down, kind of relaxing. And everyone up in all the people up in space, they're actually very, very good at making mobile suits. So they actually made 5 of their own a few years later. As kind of prototypes. To maybe eventually mass-produce, potentially. And those 5 were the Chaos, Abyss, Gaia, Savior, and Impulse. In a hilarious turn of events, a Special Forces group from Earth showed up at the colony where those things were being made and tested and about to be put on their maiden voyage, more or less, and stole 3 of the 5 of them. So it kind of all started all over again. The Abyss, Chaos, and Gaia Gundam were all stolen and used by Earth pilots. Hilariously enough. They went from the people jacking the Gundams to the people having the Gundams jacked from them. So that's the backstory of how they what led to, you know, kind of Gaia, somewhat. At least just the Gundam side of things. On why it's a dog? Yeah, that's a different story. So of the 5 new Gundams that were made, 4 of them could transform into a mobile armor mode, which is like a just kind of something that isn't a mobile suit, like a humanoid machine. Usually it's something that's big. Or just something that could be for, like, transformation purposes. for like just a high-speed anything. So, the Savior Gundam could transform into essentially a jet and had high maneuverability and was very well suited for aerial combat. The Abyss could transform into its mobile armor form that gave it superior mobility underwater, so it was very well suited for underwater combat. The Chaos was could more or less transform into like a space fighter kind of thing, so it was greatly suited in that form for space combat. The Gaia, transforming into a dog, made it very well suited for land combat. Because Zaft had a thing where a lot of their land-based mobile suits were like more or less in the shape of animals for some reason. They had their Baku line, which are basically dogs with like dog-looking things with cannons over their shoulders or big missile racks. They could produce beam sabers from the front of the quote-unquote mouth. And that's just kind of how it went. So the Gaia is just an extension of that. It's like a Gundam version of one of their regular mainstay suits. That is not to say that it couldn't operate in space. All of them could operate in space to a decent degree. Sure, the mobile armor forms of, like, the Abyss were kind of useless in space. Since you got propulsion for underwater combat, you're not going to do much in space with that, so it's kind of useless. Chaos obviously was perfectly suited for it there. Gaia was kind of like in the middle ground. It could sort of work in space, and I think I snipped out the wrong goddamn thing. Yes, I did. Good job, me. I'll keep that up to the side then. The Gaia could somewhat perform well in space in its mobile armor form, so long as it had something to, like, jump off of or travel on. Like, any debris, like from, like, destroyed colonies, which in Cosmic Era, there's a fair amount of them. So it could transform just to get a quick maneuver before transforming back into its mobile armor form. Mobile suit form. Hey, Rover. How's it going, buddy? Got a Gundam you actually recognize. Yep. Good old Gaia Gundam. Is that from YTV? It is a bionic shirt. On the back, it has a whole bunch of the shows they had on air at the time, which it's kind of hard to see, because but you can see a few on there. Death Note, Eureka 7, Siege and Seed Destiny are both on here. YTV actually, a few years ago, had a booth up at a convention, Anime North, where they were selling these shirts in a limited quantity, as well as shirts from their game show, Uh-Oh. So I got one of those shirts as well. Time is not kind to them. The logos and stuff are all wrinkled to shit now and ruined, but oh well. It was awesome to get them while I could. It was a nice, brief flashback to my childhood. These shirts, wasn't actually that long ago. I feel like 4 or 5 years ago? Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 years ago they had a booth there. It was like it was some anniversary they had for the reason they did it. Yeah. Yeah, so that was cool. Yeah, it was one hell of a throwback. I had to get both shirts. Just had to. Yeah, give it time, and I'm sure they'll come out with them again, because I'm pretty sure they made a fair bit of money from this. Everyone was lining up. I think they even separated how many they were selling per day, just so it could last the entire convention. Come on, sticker. Well, this kit is definitely showing its age, because that's where the arms are plugging onto, these posts. That's never great, so I'm probably not going to get that much articulation out of the arms, but oh well. I mean, what do I expect? It's a kit from 2005. It's old as hell. I got it just because, hey, I kind of want a transforming mobile suit that isn't just a fighter jet. And, Gaia fit the bill. There are actually two versions of the Gaia Gundam's, kit. Alright, Roverts, thanks for stopping by, buddy. Hope you have a good rest of your day. There are two other versions of... there are two versions of the Gaia Gundam kit that are out. There's this one that I'm putting together, just the regular one, used immediately after it was stolen. And then there's the Gaia Gundam Andrew Waltfeld custom version, which is just the Gaia Gundam was reclaimed and then stolen again by the good guys group. And one guy on their side, who's all of his mobile suits and shit he uses like painted in orange, because that's like his colors. Yeah, he retuned it so when the armor turned on, which gives the suit its color, made it all orange. It's actually the perfect suit to give him, because one, it gives him a Gundam, and two, the suits he was using beforehand were the animal ones from the coordinator side. The Bakus and basically the top dog of the Bakus called the Legao. Just all doggos in the desert, running on all fours or on the tank treads underneath the arms. So he was like at home with this thing, even if he was fighting in space with it. Unfortunately, he only did use it like once. And that was just to defend his ship until Jesus Kira Yamato appeared and they gave him his brand new Gundam that just wrecks everything without even trying. But that's for another story. The less we talk about the problems Seed has, the better. Because it has problems. But not to say Seed is okay in its own right. I did enjoy the original Gundam Seed when I watched it. Granted, I watched it like a few years ago. Not when it came out in 2005, but still, I watched it. And despite starting out as essentially a redux of the original Gundam, like story beats and everything, it grew into its own thing, and I actually kind of enjoyed it. I usually watch like the last 2 episodes just because they're so good. I'll just I'll just pop them on because they're up on YouTube on their official channel. Just throw them on, sit back, and enjoy it. It's not perfect. I mean, no series is perfect. They all have their problems. Seed is just the one everyone's super vocal about. Hilariously enough, Seed is like this next big series we got after Gundam Wing. I don't think there was that much hype with G Gundam on our side, but Seed was the next big one. That was, sort of serious. That was like a serious one, and not here's a bunch of giant robots punching each other for a tournament. Though I have to watch G Gundam because that's just, it is such a different beast from any other Gundam series that has come before or after it. Mostly because it was the first alternate universe Gundam as well. So it wasn't basing itself off of the original series in any way. It wasn't connected to it. And all of a sudden, then they brought that out. Dragon Ball Z was huge at the time, and they took inspiration from it. Big time. My god, even the frickin' mobile suits at one point start turning gold to power up into a super mode. It's like, yeah, somebody watched Dragon Ball and Gao and all that. Though they do say the gold was inspired by Saint Seiya, which we know here somewhat as Knights of the Zodiac. But yeah, okay, sure. Sure, buddy, whatever you say. It's totally based off Saint Seiya and not DBZ. That Gundam did not just go Super Saiyan. So another thing in Seed's glorious fucked up world is actually the pilot who was the pilot for the Gaia Gundam. The pilot for it, whose name was Stella, wasn't exactly your everyday average girl, unfortunately. She was a very, very well trained and deadly soldier, and in a way assassin too, who was absolutely terrified of death and the prospect of it. So she would fight like an absolute animal to stay alive. Stella and the other two people that stole and piloted the Gundams in Destiny that they had, acquired were what are known as extended. And those are regular humans who, through mental and physical conditioning, are supposed to be just as good, if not better, than coordinators to fight and kill them in mobile suits, or even outside of combat. We did see extended in the original Seed, which the fan base calls the Druggies, because these guys hopped up on frickin' everything, and it made them a match for Jesus Kira Yamato all the time. He could never really land any good hits on them. Even when using the greatest mobile suit around, and having backup from his best friend who was just as good as him. They can never seem to, get on top. They're always an even match for him. Those guys, though, were not really... At that point, they were so insane and hopped up on drugs, they couldn't function as people. Like, they needed to have their freaking... They needed to have drugs in them, like, every few hours, otherwise they start suffering from withdrawals. Like, they weren't even classified as pilots. They were classified as equipment. They were called biological CPUs. That's all they were. They weren't people. They were computers. They're computers that are put into a pilot seat and just told go. They're also very, very unstable. Hey, Mari, you heard drugs? Ah, good. How are you? Just kind of going over Gundam lore. That was fast. Ish. Okay, next time, making its gun. Huh. This is a weird layout, but I'll take it. Yeah, just going over how, in the Gundam Seed universe, they like to take people, hop them up on a fuck ton of drugs just to make them really good pilots. So, yeah, those guys were totally unstable, they could barely function or even work together with themselves. So, in the, interim time, You want to be a... You want to be a pirate now? Okay, why? Did you watch more Pirates of the Caribbean? It's my drug fix. So, in the interim years between Seed and Siege Destiny, they changed it up, so they still had these people hopped up on drugs, but not as many, so they're not suffering from withdrawals as quickly. The downside is, as pilots, they'd never be as good as the first 3 whack jobs. But the plus side is, they could, actually function as human beings and infiltrate places if need be. Which, I mean, it's what they did in the first freaking episode when they stole 3 Gundams. It also helps they had their minds wiped, after almost every goddamn mission, to, just kind of reset them. It's like, is it important to the mission? No? Get it out of there. Seed is fucked up. But again, Seed is really fucked up. People are such frothing madmen that they just want to kill. for the sake of killing, because I don't know, they're insane. Everyone was insane. If you're not insane in Seed, you're an asshole. If you're not an asshole, you're Jesus Kirito. Or Yamato. Why did I say Kirito? That's Seiyo. That's a whole other can of fucking worms. I do not need Kirito in Gundam, because that would just go even worse. Still don't understand the villain's plan in the beginning of Seed Destiny, though. They went to a place that they knew had at least 4 Gundams, but only sent 3 people. So they could only ever capture 3 of them. It's a good job. Now, they still have access to 2 of them. What was your big plan here? You stole the space, land, and sea ones, left the air and a multi-purpose one behind. Hey, Brozard. Yeah, build's going good so far. It's an old-ass kit. So it's probably gonna go a lot quicker than all my other ones. But this thing does transform. Which is fun. It can be a doggo. Ooh, that sticker's rough. Oh well. It's an old-ass kit. What do I expect? It's from 2005. The heavy arms I did yesterday was from 2020. Quite literally 15 years of engineering difference. Alright, so that's a gun, that's a shield. And then I have a body and a head. What's next? Half an arm. Wonderful. Yeah, kinda. It is very old. I mean, that's what the arm is going to be plugging onto, so it's going to be sliding on that, rather than plugging into the body, so articulation isn't exactly going to be the greatest on the arms. These big old posts aren't great. But whatever, it's 2005. They're still, you know, working on making the kits good again. It's still going to be good enough, though. Very few reviews I've seen of this kit in particular, they pretty much have nothing but praise for it. So I'll take it. And again, I wanted a transforming model kit that didn't just turn into a weird futuristic fighter jet. So turning into a dog is good. part I snipped off earlier is actually what I need next. Sweet. I don't even think this is the oldest kit I have, though. I would... Actually, I know what's the oldest kit I have. And that is the high-grade Gym. That came out near the beginning of the high-grade line. That thing is so old. It is... barely got any articulation. The beam saber hand is literally, here's a hand with a beam saber molded in it, all in one color with blade. Enjoy. That is old. That they did not give two shits about. I think it also had only maybe like 2 or 3 runners for the whole thing. I only got it because I wanted to have a Gym 2, and a Gym 3. Because... reasons. And that's Gym spelt with just a GW, a GM, by the way. That's it. Just GM. Pronounced Gym. Almost got this arm done. Oh, half an arm. Actually, I think it's that is the full arm. Never mind, it just doesn't have the fist on it yet. Weirdly enough. It's kind of crazy how these things seem so daunting to me before. I bought my first, like, 4 kits at an Anime North. I managed to build one of them at North because I had nothing to do for a bit, and it took a while. A few things I kind of wanted to go to, I just skipped it because I was so entranced with trying to get this thing done. And, well, the rest is history. Collection has grown since. It'll probably keep growing so long as I find kits that I actually want. So come on, Bandai. Make a new high grade of the Dual Gundam. Make a high grade of the Tall Geese. Give me those two, and I will be satisfied for life. More or less. Those are 2 of my favorite suits of all time. You know you want to, Bandai. So just do it already. Yeah, this thing is so old it doesn't even have double-jointed elbows. There's its elbow. That's it. Single-jointed elbow. It's the only bend it has. That's old. I'm probably gonna end up displaying this thing as the dog. To be perfectly honest. It'll stand out more. And probably be less of a disappointment. I think that's where all the praise goes to, is its transformation into the dog. I'm okay with that. If that's where it shines best, hell yeah, I'll put that on in the spotlight. Knowing my luck, Bandai's gonna like, hey, here's a revive of the Gaia Gundam, because fuck you. It's still amazing that they make these kits again, still. All these years later, and they still make this stuff. Like, they still have them in print. Where's your box top? Oh, there we go. When this came out, the Bandai logo was red. A lot of all the newer stuff, I think after a certain point, they had the logo be turned to blue. So, this is a kit from 2005 that is still being printed in 2021. They still have the molds ready and, you know, good to go. So, clearly they're still making money off of these things in general if stores are willing to buy them. Hell, go to the Gundam base in just Japan, and they have pretty much every kit they've ever made. It's nuts. Like, they have them separated by series for the most part, and it's just like, wow. This is a kit from the 1980s. You need... you need a lot of stuff to make it actually look good. It's in one color. Not the color it needs to be in. Can it move? Well, the arms can kind of move up and down. They don't bend. Nothing bends. It's just amazing that they still print that stuff. The only stuff they don't continue to print is all their exclusive P Bandai things that are only made to order, unfortunately. I'm glad I was able to get my hand on some P Bandai. Namely the Geminis, the B-Packs for the narrative, and the Plutone. Everything else is regular release. But those three, those are P Bandai that I got used, so someone bought them just to give them into a hobby shop to sell again. For whatever reason. I'm not complaining. I'll eventually try to get some more used P Bandai kits. Just because there's a few I do kind of want. I'm just waiting for Bandai right now to eventually announce and then release the HG Shenlong Gundam, the last of the wing suits. Like, we know it's coming. They've done every other one. So, let's go. We know the upgraded suits are also going to be coming. That we know for a fact. Because they got a variation of the kit, like a mod of it coming out of Death Scythe's upgrade coming out. So it's like, alright, there's a modified version. Give us the original version, please. Shenlong's upgraded version already has a variation kit out. So like, okay, give us the Ultron Gundam then, please. The Sandrock's upgrade is already in a P Bandai because that thing was literally just... we gave it an Uzi. And then slightly different thrusters on its backpack. That's it. That's all. That's all they did to it. Heavy Arms is going to be... We gave it a second chain gun. And some slightly different thrusters. And the Wing Zero has been out just as long as the Wing Gundam has been out, so that's already covered. We're just waiting on the, what is it, Epion, Tall Geese, and whatever the hell else they want to throw at us. Like, more of the wing grunt suits, because we got a Leo. Can we get the Ares? Can we maybe get the Virgo? The Taurus? Virgo 2? If someone really, really cares enough, the Pisces or Cancer? I doubt anyone would want either of those. Cancer is literally crab suit. Without legs. It's like, here's a rectangle with a rounded top and then crab claws. Why? Why do you want that? And the Pisces is just, hey, here's a long Leo. That's all I could describe that as, is just long Leo. No one cares about the Cancer or the Pisces in Wing. That's kind of why SD Gundam, like the G Generation game I've been playing through, it does not have them in there. At all. Not even a picture of one on a screen somewhere. There's no point to them. No one wants to use those. They're specifically for underwater only, and there's barely any underwater missions in that game. If there are underwater missions, a good chunk of it also takes place on land. So you're better off with just aerial units. Alright, that's the other arm done. Now wants me to just put them on. Now let's see what kind of articulation I get with this. Okay, that isn't too bad, at least going up. They did account for that in the design of these things. Yeah, spin all the way around. Gotta bend just below the shoulder. I mean, swivel below the shoulder, that's fine. And then just the 90-degree elbow. Not the greatest. Ooh, oh, that just came off immediately. Yeah, not great. But, again, what I expected from an older kit. Oh, now it wants to put stickers on its little side shield things. Stripes aren't too bad, actually. They actually help make this thing pop a little more. Again, you put yellow on black, and of course it's gonna pop. That actually doesn't look too bad. Yeah. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. That actually does look kind of nice. I like that. Alright, now I'm making a hand. Finally. Just to hold the gun. Gun is also super not color accurate. If the box is anything to go by, it's supposed to be black with a yellow stripe, and the barrel is gray. This thing is 100% gray plastic. Again, old-ass kit, not surprised. Nowadays, they do, like, either they'd have multiple different colors to put this thing on, and then probably the stripe would just be a sticker. But that's nowadays. Back then, they pumped them out because they wanted to make their money. Also not a super tight fit in there. I can easily jiggle it around, but, well, it doesn't, you know, do that unless I actually force it to. So it'll at least stay pointing forward. Yeah. But I mean, you get it up and you're not going to notice as much. So, yeah. This big-ass freaking shield. I haven't done anything with it yet. Alright, looks like I am making the legs next, finally. That took a while. Music, once again, is provided by the Relaxed Movement from YouTube. Got their channel address posted down below. So feel free to check them out if you just want some lo-fi. That is DMCA and copyright free. It's weird talking into the headset mic again. You know, it's only been like a few streams. I'm already used to the actual mic. But it'll just get in the way of these. So, I don't use it for Gunpla. That's only for regular streams. Speaking of regular streams, I already know my schedule for next week, so I posted my stream schedule on Twitter earlier today. You feel free to check that out. Go right ahead. Tomorrow I will go over it in full, just because I do have a stream tomorrow as well, and that is the end of my stream week. Ugh. I try to always let you guys know during my last stream of a week what my schedule for next week is. A lot of the times I can do it, no problem. Sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. But this time I got lucky. Again. Just the heads up, it's more or less going to be the same as what was going on this week. So, yeah, take that as you will. actual work schedule was pretty much a mirror of this week, so the stream schedule is sort of a mirror of the same thing. Only instead of there being Gunpla streams randomly, it's regular game streams. But it's going to be the same two games we've been playing this week. Just because I think I will finish off Fallen Order within the next few streams. And the days the other two streams I have after that for a different game, I was just going to something I could easily stop at any point, no matter what, without being locked into cutscenes or anything. Just because I work those days, technically still. And I'd rather not get locked into a big long cutscene and have to try to awkwardly end stream and retread everything again when I come back to it, because I couldn't save out of it. Yeah. I saved myself from that nightmare. But again, that is only because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish off Fallen Order this week. Oh, next week. Y'all know what I mean. I've never had a kit that had the stickers go underneath the foot. That's different. Never had a sticker wrap around the entire foot like that before. Oh well. Makes it different. Stands out. These are really simple legs compared to the other legs I've done. Ooh. It always hurts my back. Because I'm ever so slightly leaned forward. It's okay though. This will go by fast enough. Ooh, I hate that. I'm very wary of parts like these that want you to kind of lift them slightly to push them into recessed holes. Just because if you apply just that little too much pressure, the thing's gonna snap, because, I mean, that isn't exactly thick. Just always be wary with the parts, that's all. Don't go too hard if you don't have to. Now, that is some good actual leg there. That actually has a double knee joint. So, I mean, it's never gonna go like that, more than likely, but that's good. You want as much articulation as you can get. That's useful. And I think in dog form, that's going to be very useful. My back. Feel like an old man. Who am I kidding? I practically am. What am I doing? Putting that in backwards. boots. The other leg, done. Looks really awkward. Meh. Again, I'm probably going to be putting this thing in doggo mode when I display it. Because everyone loves a good doggo. Oh, good God, I am not gonna like this. I gotta put this whole yellow sticker on that thing. I would almost prefer the Sinanju style of segmenting it. Oh my God. Yeah, this is gonna be awful. And y'all get a front row seat. Yeah, already going terribly. Abort mission. How did this go so bad? So quickly. Let's see if I can fix it. That ain't good. That is not good. I am gonna have to do some extra work on this thing afterward now. Crapola. Oh well. It is what it is. I pulled the sticker off, it separated from the actual sticky backing. That ain't good. So I've got glue or something I can use, maybe a little bit of that. No. Yeah, so yeah, I'll have to deal with that later. my own way. Ugh. It's going so well. Oh well. It is what it is. It's the back. No one really looks at the back anyway. Fine, I'll put the weird tail on before the butt skirt. Or butt flap, whatever you want to call it. There. It literally has like a tail. I can put the legs on it now. Alright. Now the side skirts, which are all one piece. No extra stuff to throw on them. Always good. That's another thing with the older kits. Sometimes some parts that could be multiple in a newer kit are just one whole piece in an older kit. And it helps to make the time it takes to put it together go by a little quicker. Well, I can do this at least. So I technically right there have most of the Gaia Gundam. I just need its backpack now. Which is what I'm actually working on next. Good. We are nearing the end. I knew this one would go by a little bit faster.
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Of course, more stickers. And they're tiny as shit, of course. Thank you, Bandai. Weirdo doggo head. Hey, Jen. Bionics? It was YTV's anime program that they had. We got this at Anime North the one year. It's got some of the shows they, had on their schedule back in the day, all on the back. Gonna be kind of hard to see, but they're there. Death Note, Blue Dragon, Bleach. Thought so? Second-guessed yourself? I mean, how often do you see the word bionics? So, yeah. Yeah, of all things, Blue Dragon. Who remembers that? Well, I mean, you did. I knew it as a video game because I was there when someone played a demo of it, so... How you doing, by the way? What snippy snips do you use again? I don't know what the heck these things are called, exactly. I mean, these are just branded from the Gundam base. They're just some nippers. That's just the generic term for these things, nippers. Good, been busy tonight, picked up a mirror off Facebook Market. Oh, nice. Full-length mirror? And got cat food. Can't go wrong with cat food. One for above the dresser in the room because I'm vain and need as many mirrors as possible. Whatever, you do you. I actually picked up another full-length mirror for the guest bedroom while I got the cat food too. Okay. I'm building an older kit today from 2005. So it's a lot simpler than, well, the one I did yesterday. That was from 2020. But still taking almost the same amount of time. Surprisingly. That's one. How to do that again. Eventually gonna have to get myself some new nippers, because I don't think these things are not gonna last forever. I mean, they already don't cut as well anymore. They are going on like 3 years old. Having done a multitude of kits. Maybe I'll make that a birthday gift for myself next year. Get me one of the God Hands. Saw some that were like $100. Oh, yeah, some of these things can go for massive amounts of money. Some are good for plastic, some are good for resin, which I guess there's a difference. Yeah, it does not surprise me. $100 does not surprise me in the slightest for nippers being that high. Probably get myself a real good pair, one of the God Hands, just because those cut like butter. And it'll last a fair while. Almost bought myself a set of them, but then decided against it and got myself, well, the Heavy Arms and the Gaia Gundam instead. I spent less money, because, well, meh, these things are still pretty good. Just they're definitely showing their age. I'm nearing the end of this build. Then I realized you can now see the bottom of my chin. That's awkward. I mean, kinda, but it's not a huge deal. Because these things will still last me for a while. I'm not making kits every day. They're just a good future investment. It's nice there. I went and put the runner down even though I am still using it for one more part there. Okay. And already put that together. I'll go in here. One right there. Doggo head here. If you go onto your frickin' go into your home. Come on. There we go. Oof. Well, that could have ended very, very badly. And I mean very badly. How the hell did this part go again? Oh, that's okay. Almost there. Nope, not that one. Right here. There it is. And it wants this big-ass freaking handle for the shield that it made me make over an hour ago. It's just been sitting around, existing. Get in there. That's a tighter hold than on your damn gun. Wow, this thing can't even hold its shield like... This thing can only hold its shield like it's just by the handle, straight out. So it can't even angle its wrist up. It's either straight down or bent and up. That's 2005 for you. Gotta get its beam sabers. And I'm just plugging them into its side skirts. Somewhere. Right there. Thankfully, they have a little tab. So that's good. So they actually won't move. Unlike the goddamn Freedom Gundam's beam sabers on its side skirts, those things just kind of sit there and then decide they're gonna fall out if you so much as breathe on it. And that's a newer kit. Okay, in all of its 2005 glory. Good lord, the hand, stay together. Oh my god, arm, come back on! In all of its 2005 glory, the Gaia Gundam. It's just a black Gundam. Not very special, as is. So let's make it actually special. His gun go pew pew. Yep, his very, very wobbly gun. So like I said at the beginning of this good old stream, there's more to the Gaia Gundam than actually meets the eye. It can transform into basically a doggo. I just have to rip his arms off. Oh, actually, I gotta rip more of his arms off, sorry. It lost its elbows. It has nothing now. And I still need the shield. And a piece here for its new mounting position. Okay. Shield is prepped. Didn't take a lot to prep it. I guess I need those bad boys. That's why it told me to take them out as well. In all honesty, the form I'm about to put it in is probably what I'm going to display it in, like, forever. Actually, no, I don't need those. I need something off of this runner. Just because its mobile suit mode is just kind of meh. So I'll put it in its mobile armor doggo mode. That gives it more character. Snaps in there. And we give it a toe, or front paw, whatever you want to call it. And of course, it's got a goddamn sticker. Nice big red one. Whoa. Oh god, don't drop it. Do not drop it. Okay, that is one of them. How to build the other one. Okay, empty runner, that can go away. And I know I'm gonna have to snip this off, so I'm gonna do it now, so I can get rid of another runner. All to be recycled. Yep, that's the end of that one. And it's also gonna be the end of this one. Cool. Okay, let's make another foot. Okay, there's our little paws. So those now become its arms. Well, at some point your shoulder came off. Well, your shoulder flap. A twist your head around. Come on. In classic Gundam fashion, when a suit transforms, its head always just turns around. So you don't have an awkward Gundam face looking at you from underneath. Okay. tail up. Able to bring the... Oh, I can't... There we go. Doggo head forward. Let's see, how does it want these? Oh, okay. Flipping the heels up. Yeah. Interesting. That ain't half bad. It is Doggo. Got a head that can look up and down, but can't go too far, or we're seeing the Gaia's face. Eh. Oh yeah, I gotta finish mounting everything else onto this thing. So we'll take the hands off of the gun. Because it's gotta be a dog that can still shoot you. It's just its gun is now fixed to its shoulder. Pew pew. It can run and shoot now. Shield goes underneath. Cradles something. Oh. Yeah, that just kind of went on there, alright. Covers up the chest pretty well. And the last thing is gonna be these guys. It's weird-ass little wing things that have beam sabers in them. Well, blades. So now you got a doggo running at you, shooting at you, and then it'll cut you in half if it gets too close. All piloted by a scared girl that just doesn't want to die. But she will gladly kill you if it keeps herself alive. And then when not in combat, she acts like a literal child. Amazed at just the ocean. That ain't right. Okay. Death doggo done. Gonna just come at you with the beam blades and its gun. Alright, yeah, I actually much prefer the Gaia Gundam in this form than its mobile suit. Yeah, this is a lot better. This is a lot better looking. I do love that they actually did give it a freaking tail. Like, why? Just an actual tail. What purpose does this thing serve in combat? What? Oh, and your side thing came off again. Oh well. Okay. It'll be fun just kind of figuring out how to move its limbs around to give it a natural standing pose, because right now I think it's a little too low to the ground, but And then I'll just cut the beam sabers off. Actually, I'll cut them off right now. Just for the actual beam sabers that I'll never actually use. I'm sorry, it's staying as a dog. It's the only transformable mobile suit I have that is not just a future fighter jet. Those are boring. I have too many of those, so mobile suit to dog is just refreshing. Alright. Teeny tiny little beam blades for the sabers. Okay, going to swap over. And there we go. Partially clean off my workstation. I'll do the full clean afterward, just enough to get me situated for this. And bring you down without accidentally switching scenes. Yeah. Cool. Alright, so yeah, there's the Gaia Gundam. Yeah, I much prefer it as the dog than I do the actual Gundam part. It just looks a little bit better. I'll probably even put it up on a stand so I can kind of have a leaping at you pose or something. I don't know. Yep, it's a doggy Gundam. Its head can move a bit. Not the most articulated, but it's enough. Even has a freaking tail. Its arms are now paws and everything. Yeah. Much better than future fighter jets. Doggo is the way to go. Oh, glad that's done. So, yeah, those were my, that was my kit for the day. Okay, yeah, it did still take me about... It took 15 less minutes in the heavy arm, so, okay, 15 years of, engineering added 15 minutes onto the build time. Cool. Maybe I'm just getting slow. Or I'm talking too much and distracting myself. I don't know. So, yeah, thanks, everyone for, showing up, watching, commenting, lurking. The, next stream will be tomorrow at 12. We're gonna be going through more of, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Probably gonna get off frickin', zombie witch planet. Oh, God, I hate it so much right now. So, yeah, again, thanks everyone for stopping by. I appreciate it very much. Hope you all have a good rest of your evening. And I'll see you next time.